Hi, this is Bill Booz, and this is the Photography Learning Center. Trying something a little new today. I've been watching many YouTube videos, as most people do who are trying to learn something. And YouTube has helped me discover a couple folks that I've then delved a little more deeply into. The first one was actually several weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, is Simon Cade, a young English lad who has his channel named DSLR Guide. And he has, I'm guessing he's around 17 or 18 years old now. He's been doing this since he was 13. And he has some very, very practical guides. I'll put links to these three guys that I'm going to mention down below. But so Simon is a very mature young man and has created some great tutorial videos on doing video. And he's an aspiring filmmaker, still in school. And then recently I discovered Thomas Alex Norman, another young English gentleman, is now kind of, I think in the last 8 or 9 months, has been pursuing building his own career as a filmmaker. And I mention these guys because they're young and they have a whole future ahead of them, and this filmmaking is something that's in their blood, obviously, and they're very passionate about it. And so it's Thomas's videos that gave me the idea of trying this. I'm just doing this on my iPhone with my little stabilizer outfit, sitting on a box in front of me in my dining room. And I'm going to pursue doing some of these little kind of impromptu videos as part of my working with video. And a third gentleman I just discovered the other day is Grant Johnston. He's from New Zealand, and he is a videographer and has, I think the videos are like in the last 6 months, maybe, or thereabouts. He has been a professional videographer for 20 years, so does freelance work, and I think he's doing freelance work now. It's providing tips on making videos, which are very practical and very useful. I recommend you're taking a look at them if this is something of interest to you. The lesson from all three of these folks is do it. Grant especially says, having worked in the industry for 20-some years, practice is what makes it perfect, or at least makes it better. And Thomas films quite frequently. He's experimenting with vlogging or vlogging, where he's actually carrying his camera around, his iPhone around, talking into the iPhone as he's walking down the street with some of his friends, and they go out and shoot. And then he also has some kind of Q&A episodes, and he's kind of spontaneous in the way he's doing it, but he has a purpose, and he's also getting jobs. Simon Cade, on the other hand, is still in school, and but his production quality is excellent. Wanted to try this out, and mentioned those three guys in particular. Grant Johnston, the New Zealander, said, if you want to do this daily, because he tried it for a while, it's a commitment of time, because you have the time that you actually do the recording, as I'm doing right now, and then you have to edit it. And if you're really making it into a nice production, that's going to take you a little while. So you're talking about, probably 2 to 3 hours of work just to put up a couple-minute post, or a video post. So it's a commitment, no question. So it is quite an interesting arena. And had I been able to do this 30 years ago, 40 years ago, or had tried something like it, it might have changed my career completely. So my hat's off to these young guys, especially, who are looking at this as a career and taking advantage of today's technologies to really maximize their potential and improve on their skills, because as we all know, practice does indeed help. So thank you very much for checking in, and I'll see you next time around.